continue on in lesson 6.3, so let's just put that as our title at the top of that page, that we're in lesson 6.3, taking notes. And this is our second set of notes for this lesson. So give your title so when you look at it, you know what it's about, where it comes from. We're going to do one thing today, one skill that we're going to talk about, and it is our learning goal for today. I can evaluate polynomial expressions. Or in other words, we have a polynomial that we can evaluate given a value that they want us to evaluate it at. So evaluating polynomials. What are we going to be practicing here? We're going to be evaluating polynomials. You need to copy this down, please. For a given value. Evaluating polynomials for a given value. I encourage you to try to work as much as you can without your calculator, but there are going to be times that you're maybe going to want to use it. You have your powers table though also. Remember, you have that to rely on. So let's go straight to practicing, and we're just going to practice two of them, and then I'm going to let you get to work on your homework. So let's practice. Number one. Write down the following polynomial. So we're going to evaluate 4m, subtract 4m cubed, and maybe we should just put a box around this to kind of separate it out from the polynomial. Or m equals -2. Okay, now I'm going to interject a few questions along the way also to make sure that we review what we talked about yesterday. Okay? Is this polynomial in standard form?
No.
No, it's not in standard form right now. Now, unless it says you have to put it in standard form, in reality, we can evaluate polynomials without them being in standard form. This does not have to be put into standard form. Okay? Well, now, since I have so amazing people that could somehow or other classify polynomials without showing anything, tell me then, what's this polynomial's classification? What's its two-part name?
Wait,
Trey?
are we going to solve it though?
We are going to evaluate it, but I'm asking some other review questions along the way here. I said I was going to do that. Stefan?
Cubic polynomial.
Cubic polynomial. You all agree with him?
Cubic trinomial.
Well, Trey's going to disagree. He wants to change it to a cubic trinomial. Okay, why is it cubic?
Cubic trinomial.
Stefan?
Because it has like the degree is 3.
It's a degree 3. It's a degree 3 polynomial. The highest, largest exponent, greatest exponent on a variable is 3. So that makes it a degree 3. When it's a degree 3, it gets the name cubic. Okay, well then, Stefan said it's a polynomial. Trey says it's a trinomial. Who's right? Marky? It's a trinomial. Why is it a trinomial?
Because, I don't know.
Ariel?
There's 3 numbers.
There's 3 terms, those are called. Those are called terms. There are 3 terms. There are 3. Another thing, what was another name we said terms that they could be called yesterday? Monomials. There are 3 monomials that make up this trinomial. And so degree 3, 3 terms, cubic trinomial. Okay. Trey.
When we put -2 in for m, are we going to be multiplying or subtracting?
I don't know. I wonder. First of all, what do you think we're going to do before we even go to putting
We're going to
these?
switch it around.
Well, I didn't say we had to put it in standard form. But what do I say? To help us be more successful, we change Subtraction to add the opposites. Let's do that right now. Let's just set ourselves up for success there. So it's going to be 4m plus negative 4 plus negative 4m cubed. Okay. Now we're ready to do our substitution step. If it said you had to put in standard form, you'd rearrange it. Could somebody tell me what standard form would look like? Malcolm?
Negative 4 to the third power, then plus 4m and plus negative 4.
Yeah. Negative 4m cubed would be first. The next term would be, so we'd have plus 4m next, plus negative 4 last. Okay? Remember I said the constant will always be, if there is a constant, will always be last in our polynomial. So now we're going to do the substitution step. In our substitution step, I'm going to use parentheses to show multiplication, and partly because I also need to put them in, I need to put it in parentheses because it's a negative number that's going to be taken to a power. So might as well, so let's put negative 2 in for m. So it's not, that one it's not going to be taken to a power, but later on it is. And then plus negative 4, which, does it have an m involved with it? No, so there's no substitution there. And then plus negative 4 times negative 2 to the third power. So why I decided to do that, I don't know. Okay. Now, what I think will also help us to be, a little bit more successful with this is it might be better to, at this point, put a box around each of your monomials. Okay, which isn't really a box either, it's a rectangle. So 4 times negative 2, that's going to be one multiplication that we have to do. We have this, there's no multiplication to do, but it's got to come along. And then we have this expression to simplify. So let's start with the first one. 4 times negative 2. Negative 8. Bring down our addition sign. Negative 4, don't need to do anything with that. Okay, be really careful here. Go back to your data bank that says, what do I do in order of operations? Right?
You're going to multiply the parentheses first.
Okay, what do you mean by multiply the parentheses first?
Multiply negative 4 times negative 2, and then take negative 8.
Okay, so then, what do you think, Malcolm? Are you disagreeing?
I was going to say take negative 2 to the third power and multiply that by negative 4.
Okay, because who's right?
That's right.
Oh, Malcolm is. In order of operations, it goes like this. Take care of grouping symbols. If there's anything you can do inside grouping symbols, take care of that first. The next thing it says is do that's parentheses. The next thing it says that is exponents. Oh, negative 2 to the third power. Is that an exponent? Is that a power? Yeah. And then it says multiply or divide. And then add or subtract. So you know what? Malcolm's right. We have to do this part first. So that negative 4 is going to get multiplied by whatever negative 2 to the third power is. Okay, is it an 8 or a negative 8? Negative 8, because we have 3 negatives getting multiplied. Negative times a negative is a positive, and then a positive times a negative is a negative. This is a negative 8 here. Be careful with these. Don't try to hurry through and then make... All it takes is a wrong negative sign in one spot and throws the whole thing off. Well, now we still have this multiplication to do. We still have our 3 pieces. It's just that we're not ready to quite add all of them together. But how about we at least take these 2 and put them together right now? What's negative 8 plus negative 4?
Negative 12.
Negative 12. 8 below 0, the temperature drops another 4 degrees. It went down to negative 12. Plus, what's negative 4 times negative 8?
32.
Josh? 32. Okay, thank you. And, Josh, will you finish this for me, please? What is negative 12 plus 32? 20. Our final evaluation is 20. Okay. We evaluated. We didn't solve anything, you guys, okay? There was terms of solving going on here. We evaluated a given polynomial for a given value for the variable. This same polynomial could be evaluated a ton more times with just different values for m. So there was no solving going on here. This is called evaluating, substituting in and simplifying down until you get a value in the end, okay? Any questions on this one? Okay, let me go through one more with you then, and we can go to work on homework. Got to do one with a fraction in it. Okay, there's our polynomial. Is it in standard form?
No.
No, unless they say that we have to put it in standard form, is it necessary when you're evaluating?
No.
No, it's not. Okay, so let's just go straight to changing any
Add up.
subtraction to add the opposite, that's right. So we're gonna have a negative 3a, that's a negative sign there, not a subtraction. We have an addition, no need to mess with that. But we're subtracting a third a squared, so we're gonna change it to add a negative 1/3 a squared. Yes, Brett?
But there's a subtraction sign and a negative sign, so wouldn't you just?
Okay, here's the subtraction sign, right, Riley? That's the subtraction sign? Where's the negative? If there was a negative, I would have to.
Oh, I wrote it down.
You just wrote it wrong? Okay. Okay, so now we're ready to substitute in. So let's do our substituting. Negative 3 is going to get multiplied by positive 3. Positive 3. Let's just stay in the habit of using parentheses that when we have those negatives, we don't forget them. Positive 3 is going in and getting cubed. And positive 3 is going to get squared after that negative 1/3. Okay, so again, we have 3 multiplications to do really. We have our one at the end, our one in the middle, and our one at the beginning. Okay, negative 3 times 3.
-9.
Negative 9. 3 to the third power.
27.
27. What do we do?
Multiply 3 to the second.
Yeah, we do this first, right? So we have negative 1/3 times what?
9.
9. Okay. Trust me, the more you try to do in one step, the less likely you are to be successful. It's no need to really save space on it. Okay, let's add these two together and then let's do our multiplying of this one. So what's negative 9 plus 27?
18.
18. Good job. Whoops, I guess I got my addition sign a little high there. Negative times a positive? Negative. A third of 9? 3. So it turns out that fraction wasn't so painful after all. And our final answer is
15.
15. Okay. So questions at all? Okay. So, yes, Malcolm.
Can you do like when, can you do -1/3? I think it's times 1/9.
Yes, you can put this a 1 underneath this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. And then that way you have another way to go about it. Instead of saying to yourself, what's a third of 9? You could say 3 goes into itself once and it goes into 9 3 times. That's another way. Or you could just multiply straight across 1 times 9 over 3 times 1, and you'll have 9 over 3, which is 3. Yeah, you can do that. Okay, anybody else? Okay, let's get out a sheet of loose leaf paper. If you put away yesterday's notes, get them back out. Keep these notes out.
Any